Hello everybody. Early one morning the sun was shining and I was laying in bed, wondering if she's changed at all, and wondering if her hair was still red. Her folks said their lives together was sure gonna be rough. Well, they never liked Mama's homemade dress. Papa Bank book wasn't big enough. He was lying on the side of the road with the rain falling on his shoes, headed out for the East Coast. Lord knows he's gotta pay them dues. Getting through, tangled up in blue. Well, she was married when they first met, soon to be divorced. Helped her out of a jam, I guess, but he used a little too much force. They drove that car as far as they could and abandoned it out west, splitting up on a sad dark night, and both agreeing it'd be best. Well, she turned around to look at him as he was walking away. Heard her say over the shoulder, "We'll meet again someday on the avenue." Tangled up in blue. Well, he had a job in the great north woods, working for cookers a spell. Never liked it all that much, and one day the axe just fell. So he drifted off to New Orleans, where he happened to be well employed, working for a while on the Fisher boat docked outside Detroit. And all the while he was alone and the past was close behind. He seen a lot of women, though she never escaped his mind, and those feelings grew, tangled up in blue. She was working in a topless place, and I stopped in for a beer. And I kept her looking the side of the face in the spotlight that's so clear. And later on, as the crowd thinned out and I was about to do the same, she stood there in the back of my chair, said, "Hey, now don't I know your name?" I muttered something beneath my breath as she studied lines upon my face. I must admit I felt a little uneasy when she bent down to tie the laces of my shoe, tangled up in blue. Well, she lit a burner on the stove and offered me a pipe. "Thought you'd never say hello," she said, "now you look like the silent type." Then she opened a book of poems and handed it to me, written by the Italian poet from the 13th century. And every one of those words burning off and ringing like coal, pouring off of every page like it was burning in my soul, from me to you, tangled up in blue. Well, I lived with them on the Madigan Street, in the basement under the stairs. There's music in the cafe's night and revolution in the air. He started dealing with slaves and something inside of him died. She sold up everything she owned and froze up inside. And when the bottle fell out and I became withdrawn, the only thing I knew how to do was just to keep on moving on like the bird who flew, tangled up in blue. So I'm going back again, I got to get to her somehow. All those people that we used to know, now they're illusions to me now. Some are math musicians, some are truck drivers' wives. I don't know how it all got started, I don't know what they're doing with their lives. But me, I'm still on the road and I'm headed for the next joint. We never seen it from the same, we just saw it from a different point of view, tangled up in blue.